Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto, and today I want to do a deep dive on one of my favorite projects, Algorand. So this video is equally about Algorand as it is how to properly research crypto. Of course, we have our technical analysis and everything with TradingView, and we will get into Algorand TA at the end of this video. But what do I use to really, get under the surface with projects? Like what am I looking at? There's a couple things. One, if the project has like an email list that you can get on that gives monthly or bi-weekly updates, if you're really holding this project, it's in your portfolio, you want to get emailed those monthly updates. Algorand does do this, and I will show you that in this video. Also, you need a home base to really do your homework, to really study. And for me, I use Messari. This is not at all a paid shield. They do not sponsor this channel, but Messari is an excellent tool to really do your homework. For instance, I have a pro account, which is if you get billed all at once, it is I believe $460 for the year, which is amazing how much this gives you in research. Like, for instance, we have the overview here. You can get recaps, AI recaps. You can go click this, click read recap, and it will kind of generate the past 30 days right here on the right of your screen, all the key developments in the past 30 days. Algorand Foundation partnered with Zipto, a crypto wallet payments app, to enhance its ecosystem. It will give you those updates. So imagine, doing homework on all the coins that you hold in your portfolio. You need to know this stuff. You need to stay plugged into the news, the partnerships, the metrics, etc. And then you could even zoom into the past 7 days to see what's more recent. The AI recaps are really awesome on Messari. Also, so we have, the snapshot, and then we can get into markets. We could go to network metrics, which is pretty cool. Shows transaction fees, which obviously for Algorand have gone down over time. But this is where things are cool. The TVL has picked up pretty significantly during October. Has fallen off a little bit, but we did get over 75 million in TVL during October, which is pretty awesome. And then you will even see this in the email. This is really a lot of what I like with this video here. The stable coin market cap is continuing to move up and to the right. And as the stable coin market cap increases, more people will tap in to use Algorand for liquidity on a various amount of platforms. Also, I'm really bullish on how far this has gone up. And then you can even compare it to other networks, the transaction fees, DEX volume. Hey, Algorand's DEX volume is up, 15% in the past 30 days. Pretty cool. We also have the quarterly reports, which is awesome, kind of goes over all the things that have changed. In Q2, Algorand's daily transactions increased by 104%. I am looking forward to the Q3 one that should be coming out here pretty soon. And then we have the charts. And this is the stuff I really like, because we know Algorand's playing the long game. We know Algorand is trying as hard as they can to get, as many developers. They are targeting, their target demographic is developers right now to build the future of Algorand. And when you click in on the developer tab, all you see, things are going up to the right, all these developer charts. We don't even need to be a developer to see that, okay, they're putting in an effort here and it's paying off. That is pretty awesome. Also, Algorand, in terms of its tokenomics situation, they are 93% of the way there. Only 7% needs still to come in on the circulating supply. So we really are in a fantastic circulating supply situation here. But it still does show, the future vesting schedule, basically showing, by 2030 that the rest of that 7% will be in completely in. So they are going to slowly leak out this last 7%, which is super important to keep your eye on there. And yeah, it's really good to see just all the things on Messari to do your homework. You can see active addresses, you can see network activity, you can see the fees and revenue. It is just really an amazing tool to use for so many different metrics. And although, I think for some people, I do feel that, $460, $490, whatever it was for the 1 year subscription, that could seem like a lot of money. But think of all the money you're going to make with the information that you learn, having more knowledge about all the projects you're researching. I highly recommend tapping in and using Messari as a research tool. And also, like I said, you want to get on the email list, right? So you can get on the email list for Algorand at the Algorand Foundation, and they release these insight reports. And these insight site reports have a lot of really good stuff in them. Like September, Algorand saw a surge in daily active users. And we can attribute that to the Coinbase Learning Rewards Quest that launched in mid-September, driving DAUs to a peak of 180,000 users, and monthly active users is up 34% from August. Those are some pretty good numbers. And of course, although the Coinbase Quests are not available for Americans, it is good to know, it gives me peace of mind to know that users all around the world are being introduced to Algorand globally. And I do find that super significant. As you can see the charts here, the stable coins, the monthly active users, daily active users. What else do we got here? So right here, Algorand experienced a surge in monthly active users up 34%, hitting a yearly high of 1,300,000 and change. That is pretty significant. Like, I think some people have been getting frustrated with the price action with Algorand, and I understand that, but don't make zero mistake. When Algorand decides to pump, this thing absolutely rips. And I really feel that with what they're doing, their marketing, them targeting developers, the statistics they have that are going up and to the right are the type of statistics that you want to see move the needle, especially when it comes to monthly active users and things like that. Also, the news from the foundation, very important. Like I said, Coinbase Learning Rewards, Alchemy Pay now supports Algo, talks about direct decentralized recovery as Cardano joined up along with Hedera, who founded it, and XRP, which is really cool. And then also, so kind of have the ecosystem wrap up here, how to get involved, upcoming in September. And really, you do want to stay as plugged in as you can to any coin that you follow. It's super important because then you will see things that are coming in the future. Right here, how to get involved. Governance period 13, open on October 1st. And although we're past the date for that, things are going to eventually change with Algorand's staking eventually. Right here, FNet, the Consensus Incentives Temporary Development Network, is live. So basically the test net for the future consensus incentivization, which is the future of Algorand staking, this test net is live. This thing is coming, and it's coming soon. I'm not sure when. I don't have a date, but I do know that eventually we can expect this update. We were told this back during the Gambit technical roadmap. If you want to learn more about that, watch the interview I did with John Allen Woods way earlier this year. But what does that mean for Algorand? So basically, they are eventually revamping the way they do staking. And when this happens, we will see a lot of the Algorand market cap get staked, taking those coins out of circulation. And this will build pressure and push the price up. All right. So now let's really, with that in mind, I don't know when it's coming, but we have known from the beginning of the year that this is on the roadmap. And it is even mentioned right here inside the emails that you get if you wanted to have Algorand send you, updates in your emails. So coming over to the daily chart here. I mean, let's really kind of take this all in. Let me get rid of this watch list here. I know it looks a little messy, but all in all, like with just kind of keeping 2023 to now in mind. All right. Kind of forgetting about 2022. The tokenomics situation was way different back then anyway. There's a lot more coins in the supply now. So really, now that 93% of the coins are in the supply, this is the reality we have. And the reality we have is that from this swing low, October 2023, all right, October 19th. So a little teeny bit over a year ago, Algorand was just under 9 cents, just about 9 cents. And in the next 150 days, 149 days, Algorand top to bottom pumped 265%. That is pretty significant move in 150 days. And Algorand has the ability to really take off rocket ship style. All right. And the thing is that everything with Algorand TA revolves around the 16 cent level. And I will get rid of the oscillator here on Market Cypher for a minute. All right. Because look, once it came up to 16 cents, like I said, as it came up here at the time, if you remember me last year talking about this, Algorand rocket shipped here. All right. 55%, 56% in 19 days. All right. And then what does it do? It came back to 16 back to 16 cents. And then what? Of course, Algorand goes back home to 16 cents, measuring from 16 cents. It came up 104% in 36 days. This thing pumps when it pumps. And look at where it is now, just over 12 cents, as if, do you really think with all the money they're spending on marketing, with all the focus on developers, and the developers are there to build the future apps that people will use Algorand on. It really can only get better from here. This project is well funded. They're not going anywhere. All right. So if we go from right here, the current price, to the 2024 high, we're talking 173%. Do you really think it's never, ever going to get back to the 2024 high? Of course it's going to go back to the 24 high. It's only a matter of when, and it's only a matter of how much further will it go once it breaks this, 2024 support resistance line right around 33 cents. So what now, right? What now? Of course, we want to see Algorand get back to 16 cents because we have proven that 16 cents has been a launch pad for Algorand in the past. So how far are we away from reclaiming 16 cents from the current price? About 22.9% to 14.9, which is another big support resistance level. And we are 33% away from 16 cents. So even just getting to the launch pad, you're making 33% if you were to buy Algorand today. And also, Algorand doesn't really have like a clear trend line down. Algorand is an example of a coin that has a curved trend line. I didn't really draw it well, but you kind of get my point. How curved trend lines are a very real thing. It doesn't always have to be a straight line and a breakout. That's not how it always works. So keep that in mind and kind of think about this level eventually breaking out. Because if we're considering, there's kind of two ways to look at Algorand right now. If we're considering this wick down that happened August 5th that took Algorand down to 9.5 cents, this really does form a sort of ascending triangle. And with ascending triangles, you can have a measured move, which is this yellow line that usually takes you up to support resistance. In this case, would be 20 cents, almost 21 cents at 207. All right. So basically, Algorand is forced to either, kind of break up and hopefully get to that measured move where there is volume here. We've been there earlier just this year, or it will break down. So we can either look at it like the ascending triangle, or we can ignore the wick and draw support resistance straight across here at just over 10 cents. We really don't want to see it lose that level. This is the no-no level. Or you could even draw it like this if you wanted to draw a tighter, uptrend and ignore the wick. There are a couple ways to look at this. My idea is to draw a series of small lines and alarm them all just for awareness, because there's 100 ways to skin a cat. So obviously right now, Algorand has just been ranging for a little while. If we kind of consider back here, so really the past 25 days, it's been inside of a 13% range. Nothing special, not really volatile. But when you kind of come up here and look at the oscillator on Market Cipher, I do want to say you can kind of have this curvature here. But look at this. We kind of have the anchor, trigger kind of pushing this way up and to the right on the oscillator. Also, the change from red to green happened here. And I do believe that the RSIs are about to kind of bottom out and turn back up for another momentum wave to the upside. So ultimately, when we kind of zoom in, this is a daily chart, by the way. What you're really looking for with Algorand right now is for it to break out of this, this range that it's been trading in for the past 20 some days. You also really don't want to see it lose this local floor. I would say right around here at 11.7.117. And I would really like to see Algorand respect this local uptrend and eventually break that previous high. So I would conditionally treat Algorand like bad if we lose 11.7, good if we break 13.2. I don't really care about the range. I care about the break. And of course, once this thing moves to the upside, the bull run is coming. Q3, Q4 2025 is the projected top for this bull run. Algorand, I believe, just like it did last year from October, November, December, moving into the year, is going to have a very similar movement to what it did in the beginning of last year, the end of 23 coming into 24. I think what we saw here is what's happening right now. So make sure, guys, I would buy all the Algorand. Personally, I'm getting all the Algorand I can get while it's under 15, 16 cents, because we know these levels are the launch pad and basically the no level we don't want to lose. We don't want to see Algorand go under 10 cents and lose structure. So make sure you guys, you set those alarms that I just gave you. The alarms for the range that it's currently in, the current range, the top range is an alarm at 13.2.0132, and the bottom alarm is 0.117. Those are two must-set alarms for Algorand holders. So there you go. We went over some research, how you should research some coins, why you should be on the email list, why you need that information. Consider checking out Messari to do your homework. You can use Messari without a subscription, but I like seeing all the extra details, all the extra charts, the developer, the metrics. I love getting into that stuff and just seeing, and you will eventually, as you spend a lot of hours comparing and contrasting several crypto coins, you will start to see some trends, and those things have actually led to several trade ideas that have made me some money this year. So definitely make sure you check that out. This is doing your homework, doing your research. It's not just TA, but it's also the news. It's also the macro. It's also politics. There's a lot to consider anytime you're trading a single altcoin. So guys, that's about all I got for today's show. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to join my Telegram Trading Alpha group, make sure, shout out to my guy Ogre, who made me this new graphic here of all the wins during October in 1 week. Make sure you send me an email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. We'll get you trading and winning up and trading in no time. With all that said, have a safe rest of your day. Big shout out to Algorand. Get rich or get wrecked. Peace. Boom, boom, boom.